So it's a day ending in Y. What does that mean? Well, I hope you're sitting down. That means that the eminently mockable Donald Trump is being mocked, because of course he is. Let's start with some world leaders who last week gathered at the reopening of Notre Dame, where Donald aggressively shook President Macron of France's arm, grabbing him in what Donald clearly thinks is a powerful way. On Thursday, President Macron and the Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, reenacted this ridiculous pretend alpha handshake in a social media post. Look at this clip. Yes, Donald, you're really not fooling anybody. But in a tweet, Tusk wrote, quote, handshakes with Donald are usually quite a challenge, unquote. Donald probably won't find any of this funny because he has no sense of humor, especially about himself, unless he's being cruel to other people. But we can laugh at him. In fact, at this point, I think it's compulsory. Next up, of course, we have yet another grift in the making. This is an ad for Donald's latest product.
My new Trump fragrances are here. They make a great Christmas present. I've named them Fight, Fight, Fight because they represent winning. We all want to be winning. We have to win as a nation. We want to win as a family. This fragrance is all about strength and success and confidence for men and for women. Get yourself a bottle and don't forget to grab one for your loved ones too.
This probably goes without saying, but don't buy that. It was during the aforementioned visit to Notre Dame that Donald took a picture with First Lady Jill Biden. They chatted, not sure why, and he basically used her image, probably without her consent, to sell this new fragrance line, and maybe as a way to humiliate her. I'm not really sure. And then he posted this meme on Truth Social. Quote, here are my new Trump perfumes and colognes. I call them Fight, Fight, Fight because they represent us winning. Great Christmas gifts for the family. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes, because who doesn't want a fragrance called Fight, Fight, Fight? Like, what is that? And also, by the way, this is sort of an aside, but how awesome is it that we can all say Merry Christmas again? Phew, dodged a bullet there. I just also want to take a note of the tagline in the slide. It's called, quote, a fragrance your enemy can't resist. I'm not actually sure what's more pathetic, the fact that somebody would actually buy this stuff or that it's not even surprising anymore. When visiting the fragrance website, which you do at your own peril, you can also purchase an assortment of quote unquote fantastic merch. Take a look at this, and it's very reasonably priced at under $200. Wow, that's something. Yep. I don't know what to say. Just so listen, that we can laugh at that, but I'm telling you, in the not too distant future, a version of that that's like 40 feet tall is going to replace the Washington Monument. Okay, so let's laugh while we can. And also don't go to the website. I think it might cause irreversible psychological and emotional damage. By the way, there is such a thing as the emoluments clause. It's written into the Constitution, and it forbids elected officials from profiting off of their public positions. Okay, if you can stop laughing, I'm not done yet, because I have a feeling that Donald doesn't know about the emoluments clause or doesn't care about it. And listen, he got away with breaking it many, many times during his first administration. Nothing is going to stop him now. There are all kinds of cons and just embarrassments being peddled in this holiday season. And I want to take a look at a few of them. But first, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. It is free. So MAGA cult members are already preparing for Donald and Vance's inauguration, which are scheduled in mid-January. A flyer obtained by the New York Times laid it out. So for $2 million, 1 million, but of course 2 million is preferred, you'll get half a dozen tickets to 8 events over 3 days. The events include the Pinnacle event before Inauguration Day in a quote elegant and intimate dinner with Melania and Donald. Sounds fun. Then a reception with Donald's cabinet picks, a private dinner with some guy named JD Vance, although I'm not really sure who he is. 6 tickets to a thing called a Starlight Ball. Also, lucky participants and Melania will attend a Sunday morning service called One America, One Light Sunday service featuring military bands the morning before the inauguration. Oh, Donald's finally going to get his military bands on his inauguration day. That's exciting. I just want to say, though, that I don't think paying me $1 or $2 million is enough for me to get to participate in these events. So, Melania, you might want to raise the price you're offering people to show up to this fucking thing. In addition, Melania is going to be selling her glorious aluminum Christmas ornaments. Let me be clear here. Her patriotic Christmas ornaments. Look at them.
That I design, and they are very special. For example, Lady Liberty, it was inspiration from my necklace that I bought when I was modeling in Paris. And now we have an ornament, and we have also a necklace that it's available on melaniatrump.com.
Beautiful. Well, I guess she re-upped her contract, and apparently one clause is that she will only show up in the media if she's able to sell products she can make money off of. Let's see, what else is going on in Donald's world? He announced that his son's, I think, former girlfriend, Kimberly Guilfoyle, who is qualified to do absolutely nothing, will be ambassador to Greece, or he's nominating her to be ambassador to Greece. I'm not sure if she was chosen because she loves Greece or because Donnie wants to get rid of her. But it looks like Kim's going to be on a plane as soon as humanly possible. One thing is certain, though. She may be a Fox host and loyalist to Donald, but she is not qualified to be a diplomat of anything. Take a look at this clip.
President-elect Donald Trump has nominated Donald Trump Jr.'s fiancée, Kimberly Guilfoyle, as ambassador to Greece after his son was seen out with another woman. On Tuesday, December 10th, Trump announced his selection on Truth Social, writing in part, "Today, I am very pleased to announce the appointment of Kimberly Guilfoyle as the United States ambassador to Greece. For many years, Kimberly has been a close friend and ally. Her extensive experience and leadership in law, media, and politics, along with her sharp intellect, make her supremely qualified to represent the United States and safeguard its interests abroad."
Proving that he's determined to keep as much as possible in the family and create a government of nepotism, Lara Trump, Eric's deeply unqualified wife, is trying to decide what she wants her next high-level position in government to be. If you'll remember, she was RNC co-chair, and she's recently stepped down because it appears that she's considering the possibility of becoming Florida's next senator after Marco Rubio steps down to become Secretary of State. Of course, she would have to be appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis, which means that she would be a senator for 2 years without having to face election. She said this, quote, "It is something I would seriously consider. If I'm being completely transparent, I don't know exactly what that would look like. And I certainly want to get all the information possible if that's something that's real for me. But yeah, I would 100% consider it." Cool. Just so you're aware, Donald appointed her to be RNC co-chair so she could just funnel money from the RNC into Donald's legal defense fund. She's, again, qualified for absolutely nothing. She should be nowhere near anywhere in the government. But the idea of making this craven loser a senator, it's a bridge too far. So let's hope it doesn't happen. But that would sort of require Ron DeSantis having a spine. In other news, well, it's hard to pin JD Vance down. And again, if you've completely forgotten who JD Vance is, I understand. He's actually vice president elect. If you want to find him, he's usually conducting polls on Twitter, which is exactly what we want the second in line to the presidency to be doing. And this week, he posted deeply philosophical and thought-provoking questions like this. Quote, breaking. Trump announces steps he will end welfare for illegal immigrants on day one. Does Donald have your full support? A, yes. B, yes. No, I'm kidding. B was no, but like, why bother? And then there was this one about Hegseth. Quote, make your voices heard. If you want Pete Hegseth to be Secretary of Defense, put a thumbs up or for yes or a thumbs down for no, unquote. Okay. We know what thumbs up and thumbs down mean, but thanks, JD. That's very helpful. Again, I think it just makes him feel useful. And because Donald is clearly giving JD some cause to be insecure, he wants to know what we think of him. So here's another poll. Quote, who else thinks JD Vance is going to make an amazing vice president for the next 4 years? Unquote. I don't know if that poll is still online, but if it is, please go there and give that a thumbs down. And in case you don't remember, a thumbs down means you don't think that JD Vance is going to make an amazing vice president at all. Vance, and again, in a search for relevance, in a world in which his relevance is almost non-existent at this point, tried to pick a fight with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg calls out Trump supporters by saying, F you. So this is what Snoop Dogg said. Quote, Donald Trump is a fucking weirdo. If you voted for him, I don't have no problem with that. But if you're still with him, fuck you. So, of course, Vance had to ask people what their message to Snoop Dogg might be. Vance, sorry, you do not have the gravitas to mix with somebody like Snoop Dogg. And I think that he would eat you alive. All right. It seems like some kind of portal has opened up and we're in the Upside Down or some cartoon version of the Upside Down. But sometimes all we can do is laugh. So in order to emulate our esteemed vice president-elect, whose name I can't remember, I want to conduct my own poll. How do you feel? No, that isn't the poll. This is what I want to ask you. Sorry, my brain is getting scrambled because I have to continually talk about these moronic people. So basically, I want you to respond in the comments. How do you feel? What do you think about this team of miscreants, traitors, and just absolute idiots that Donald Trump's surrounding himself with? So again, put something in the comments. I'm really eager to hear what you think. While you're there, like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.